like a pickoff style move. I don't think there's a besides the Emperor, there's no hero that can really survive, right? They don't have a lot of stuns. Dusa needs to like stone gaze and you lose a lot of mana out of that. You slow through the mana break now. So I actually really like the anti-mage, especially if he's playing the Tusk. I don't think he should be farming. I think he should be farming heroes. And that's the hard part. You need to have a relatively good lane so that you can be farming heroes instead of trying to recover from the jump. In that scenario, the Shadow Fiend's happy. They can play for Protect 1 and it should be fine.
That's kind of the thing that I have a problem with. There's one game plan that works, and everything has to fit perfectly for that game plan to actually work out. And that's the thing I'm a little bit worried about. Because obviously there's another choice of you guys take this really late, and then you have an anti-mage plus a Shadow Fiend core, duo core set up to beat out the Medusa. That's another route they could go, but I think that they're going to be a lot active a lot sooner on Infinity with that Bristleback, Shadow Demon, Ogre Magi combo. Like, they... Honestly, the moment Ags is secured on FCR, it feels like it's a go, go, go kind of game for Infinity.
Yeah, the Ags is definitely going to be pretty annoying. But I mean, if the anti-mage is strong enough, though, it can always just drain all that mana, right? Just like the Gyrocopter Diffusal Blade from Thompson. The Bristleback can become pretty useless. The Dusa, though, if this Dusa gets gigantic and you pair that with some Disruption Illusions, good luck approaching the fights. It's just going to be so much damage. Like, it just becomes this wall that you can't really penetrate.
And that's why Dusa is such a scary core to play against. It does become, at one point, just too big to handle, but they will forever, at any point in the game, have a counter with Mana Break.
Yeah, like the Dusa feels a bit scared until the Butterfly, right? Once you get Butterfly, I'm assuming it's going to be like a Treads, Manta, Butterfly type game. Maybe like 4-staff Butterfly, just because shards are actually pretty annoying. But once you are past that part, that's when this Deuce is actually pretty happy.
Well, the Vailama, they're bullying him right now a little bit. Disruption comes out. He didn't level anything yet, so won't get his own mana drained with the Mana Break. But it will be 3 bounties still picked up for the side of Heroic at the start of the game. So they'll at least come out ahead a little bit. Obviously, Heroic is the favorite team. I can definitely see Infinity win with their draft, though.
Yeah, the thing with Infinity's draft is that if they are behind, they don't do anything, right? This Bristle cannot gank, cannot rotate, cannot stun. Like, you really need to have one of the cores at least looking pretty good, or else like it might be just a lot of burden on PP plus the boys.
Yeah, there's a significant, I guess, problem in that regard, but on the other hand, it's also a position where Bristleback, he gets a little bit ahead, and they have no real way of stopping him, unless you want to send the anti-mage in melee range to fight him, but it's not like he's alone. There will be an Ember Spirit dancing around it as well.
Yeah, this is also a game where stacks are very important for Infinity, right? You have Bristle, you have a Medusa, and there's a Shadow Demon there to get those stacks done. So I really want Heroic to be scouting that triangle, making sure that they're not really going to farm those.
Oh, let's see. Any fun lanes here? Which side do you think will have most of the action?
It's tough. I think both side lanes are a bit possible to have kills. They're kind of tanky on the side of Infinity on the top lane, so maybe bottom is where we could see kill on either side. I feel like this Bristle could die or can just get a double kill.
Yeah, definitely a good catch with the Shards tag team combo could put him in the early game in a pretty rough position. Tag team comes out. FCR, there's disruption save already by Knight. Gotta keep that one in hand. But First Blood gets secured for Davai Lama, who was actually struggling a little bit in terms of last hits in the lane. Considering he had the same amount of last hits as the Ogre had denies.
Yeah, that's 5 denies, huh? That's a lot. Oh, what's the goal?
It's also a decent spell reflect kind game for the Ogre, anti-mage. You know, this is weird. I really don't like this.
What?
Ogre throws out his ignite. It doesn't connect onto the anti-mage because he uses counterspell before it reaches. But, like, it doesn't get spell reflected. It just disappears.
Yeah, it's really weird. I don't understand. Maybe did Ogre? I think the Ogre was that the secondary one. Did maybe Ogre actually use it on a creep, so that it jumped to the anti mage, and that's what like you cannot reflect the secondary one. Maybe
Oh
that's
no,
what
I'm an idiot. It doesn't counterspell doesn't spell reflect it anymore. Huh? It just blocks it.
That's right. You go for the mana first passive. Okay.
Huh?
Interesting.
Oh, what does that mana thirst do?
Yeah, you get like it's kind of like Bloodseeker, but with mana. Works like you get vision from someone that's 15%
Or lower? Huh?
Yeah. Oh, do so.
So Stabile is just straight up dead.
Dodging snakes is nothing new.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's your offline anti-mage right there. I mean, they didn't ban it, right? They knew that it was possible.
Yeah, they let it through. Maybe not thought that it would be this effective already in the lane, as it is definitely showing that it is very effective to deal with. Bottom lane, King Jungles needs to be a little bit careful. It is level 3 Shadow Poison now. He has 3 stacks. FCR is coming in from the side. King Jungles, 1 more stack. He's on 5 stacks. Is that going to be enough? No! 1 more right click would have been enough to get the kill. King Jungle stays alive. FCR.
HP.
I don't really know what FCR was doing there either. He was like on the side. Can I get a quill spray onto the Shadow Fiend to get the stacks continuously going? But this lane also gives you so many magic wand charges.
Yeah, it's always goes both ways. Shadow Fiend definitely loves to have all those stacks. I mean, this anti-mage paying off. Like his CS doesn't look very impressive, but when you look at net worth, he's actually second in net worth. Analog's also having a good time in the mid lane. 400 gold ahead with PP, which is quite a bit actually.
Yeah, PP is I mean,
Limp.
it is not the worst. I think Earthspirit in general wins against Ember anyway, so it's not too problematic. Oh, analog. There's King Jungles with the bottle refill. Always nice to have that support going. But I do like, you know, this matchup. There is very minimal kill threat unless you get too aggressive or a rotation comes in. It's weird with mid laners that a lot of mid lane matchups, it doesn't feel like one has a big advantage over the other. Like, they're all close to 50-50, I guess, you know. Sometimes a Puck versus Storm gets a little bit out of hand, but there ain't any big change-ups in Dota currently.
Yeah, it feels like this is the let's say, easiest, at least, matchup. Oh, King Jungles survived.
He survives again with 1 hit away from dying twice in a row now. So King Jungle's definitely loving a little bit of, I mean, you can't really call it luck, but definitely luck.
It's the Blood Grenade HP. All he needed.
Just don't throw it. Easy 50.
Looks like Parker's having a dandy old time as well. 2,800 gold at the moment. So Roy's plan, it looks fine so far. Like everything that needs to be working out is working out, maybe even better than we expected, right? They're pretty much winning every single lane.
Yeah. It's not like a massive stomp. It's pretty even. The only big difference is between the supports of both sides in terms of net worth. But they're doing a pretty good job. It's not a really aggressive game. Davai Lama actually draining the mana of the Ogre Magi. A lot of damage in response to Davai. Doesn't have his blink available just yet. But once he hits that level 6, Mana Void's going to be a problem, especially with the added damage from that Mana Thirst coming in.
Oh,
Oh,
rotation from
Roots,
BP here.
Schofield. They aren't fast enough in cutting the tree that gets planted. It's not... What was his name again from the last game?
What do you mean?
The last series that we did, the Shadow Fiend, he always cut the trees.
Oh,
no
Snuffy?
5. Ah, yeah, Snuffy. No one... no 5 is going to get taken down. Yeah, he did a really good job at just constantly cutting all the trees. Requiem of Souls, FCR dropping low, gets behind safer areas, and there's actually Parker losing his life with King Jungles being the next one. Dead FCR survives, and they get 2 kills in response. You know, that's a way that you can manage to secure the lane. A little bit of an oopsie. Bristle is tankier than you would have expected.
That's huge. No, BP actually going back to the top lane. Surprised that he... Okay, he just wanted to return his bottom and probably just run them back to the mid lane. Okay. That does make sense. Postabil doesn't want to be the anti-mage lane anymore. I guess I like this. Like, the anti-mage. Why some pressure here?
He's got max level Sleight of Fist, gets the kill onto Schofield. It's a lot of damage from the Ember. And they just swap lanes because Costabile knows he can't lane in top anymore.
Yeah,
So this is actually kind of a nice change-up. They just swap positions, mid lane goes safe lane goes mid.
Yeah, it does mean that Postabil's not going to farm as fast as there's not that many camps around that area. BP is also going to be away from the room, so it's going to be a hard to get those. And I feel like game Kosovo is not that tanky at the moment, but they're gonna smoke maybe around? No, they're gonna go for the Bristol.
I think the Bristle is the bigger target to try and kill at this stage. It's a very obnoxious hero if he gets solid farm. As you can see, big stacks in the triangle. They're going to be attempted to be farmed by Costabile, but Schofield's nearby. Places the uphill vision ward. This is going to be big if they can get some steals of these creep. Shadow Poison stacks. A lot of damage dealt. Schofield, they're coming in from behind. There's PP. He's going to actually get caught, and he instantly gets blown up. But
Great
most of the
execution here.
are going to be gone. Are they going to try and steal the Ancients? I think that might be... Oh, they're going to attempt it. They're not going to contest it, so he gets a free, what, triple stack?
Yeah, that's pretty nice.
And they scan it, but this is what I always find a little bit worrying. And when you have these big stacks in your triangle, why is there no vision?
True. I think he got rewarded, right? Because that's a fresh ward from Heroic.
Yeah, no, they didn't have a ward on Infinity, and even if they did, they would see that they're there. Like, PP wouldn't just walk up the high ground.
Yeah. Yes.
Like, those are the things where you really need to make sure to protect it. They were smoked, but, you know, Schofield broke that smoke ages ago. He was just standing on the high ground, staring at the enemies. With that observe ward placed.
Oh.
You can't really let that happen.
They're taking this mid tower for free. Looks like Infinity just not ready. That's the weakness of the Bristol, right? He got a kill on the Shadow Fiend, but he can't really be a part of all of these fights. FCR, triple raised up.
Yeah, you charge it right in. They're force a TP on the 2 supports, so make sure that they go away. In helping the rest. Even Anlog is in the area. Anlog's got his Blade Mill already done. And that could be really painful for a hero like the Bristleback or the Ember, who have uncontrollable AoE damage.
That's huge, and they not only... Sure, they forced those TPs bottom, but they got the mid-tier 1, and now they're going to get the top-tier 1. No contest whatsoever. The Bristol, by the way, he's rushing pipe. It's not going to be a negative Scepter game.
What do you think that's the correct choice, or would you rather see him be an extra core?
I think he realizes that with the eggs, he's not really that good at fighting. But I don't know, man. I feel like this could be a mistake. Like, it don't even have that much mana, right? Pipe is so much of your mana. Just go for it.
They will get a scout out. Schofield's gonna get taken down, a 4-man rotation. But the bigger one is if they can secure Parker, who's gonna get some counter ward going. They don't have vision on the high ground now. They do. Ogre gets the stun, multicast, but the rest of the team is rotated in time. Divine Llama joins the fun as well. And they should all get melted here. FCR is going to get controlled on the side. Mana Void not even needed. Actually, he did need it because Knight just gets the TP away. But they
Great
did find
from Parker. Just baiting the OT multiple times. He buys time for Heroic to connect. They kill everyone. You know, that Bristol dying, that fight, bro, it's gonna take so long. It was having such a good game, but it's just not an easy build-up for a hero. Just have to build.
Out of mana.
Done.
Yeah. Couple of seconds, straight up dead. Doesn't have Stone Gaze, so couldn't even pop it to try and disengage. I think this is like the game's already really hard to come back in. Like they, you mentioned it, their heroes don't play well from behind.
Yeah, they're really, really bad from behind. The Ember's having like a fine time, but he's also the lowest net worth, and your only stun is Fire Blast. Like even playing the supports is hard. As you gotta find PP here on the side. It's good to save.
Does get the jump away, so good save comes in. There's a roll in, gets the amplified damage rune on the roll. Analog is a little bit low in mana, but with the magic wand will be full. There's the Requiem coming out. PP is dead. FCR gets sent back, and his mana is going to get drained by Divine Llama to make sure no Bristle shenanigans come forward. Even throwing out the high five. Killing spree for Devi, and yeah, this anti-mage, I had my doubts because I've seen so many anti-mage fail and falter completely, but Devi is playing an incredibly important game.
Yeah, that's the Devi that really clutched out a lot of games for Heroic, and you know, when he actually plays like that, Heroic looks amazing. It's nice, you know, you need an offlaner that can take those 24 picks and really play the unconventional heroes. There you go, that's another one.
Yeah, they're just constantly going forward. PP dying twice in a row now. King Jungle's Demonic Purge. Snowball saves himself. There's going to be a jump in from Divine Llama. Costabile with the Stone Gaze. Okay, that King Jungle's going to get away. Analog. Oh, the Bushwhack onto 2. Mana Void blows him up. And only Costabile gets away.
That's insane.
That's pretty good. And also, that's pretty bad at the same time. Because now they're so far away from being able to recover this game. 10k behind in 15 minutes. The heroes are unfavorable for them.
Parker. Very far forward here, but yeah, I mean, I don't think he cannot dream of killing anyone. It's an 11k goal lead.
PP on the Ember, he's trying to go for the Mage Slayer first item, but you know, does that actually even do anything for you?
It's fine against your spirit, but this anti-mage still.
Anti-mage
no
SF,
control.
like, yeah, sure, SF has magic damage, but it's a physical damage SF, so Hoodwinks, like, it's not like they have that amazing spell damage on the Radiant side, except for Ember, the Earth Spirit. The rest don't. I guess. Does anti-mage's mana break count?
It's physical. Yeah,
I mean, it's spell damage specifically.
The mana void is magical, so.
Yeah, no, but it's spell damage reduction. Any spell. So the damage you get from mana break should also be reduced.
Yes, so that's so minimal, right?
Yeah, I was thinking maybe the mana drain gets reduced, but that makes no sense.
It might, because it says damage. Mana burn has damage, but I think like the way the fights happen is like this anti-mage jumps in, he attacks you twice before he can slide a fist, and that's like 50% of your mana maybe? Because it's like 40, and then you're also draining 80. Yeah, it's like 80 plus 4% of your target. So 4% of 700 is 28. Yeah, he's draining like 200 mana per hit on the Ember.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's the problem with Deuce as well, because, you know, Mana Shield does... You take 60% less damage per point of mana. Sorry, the illusions, but let's see. Base damage per mana, 2.4 base damage per mana. So you have so much more HP, but like percentage-based mana drain is...
Yeah.
Anti-Mage is the count. Like, there's nothing you can do at any stage of the game against Anti-Mage if you're Dusa.
Like the only thing you can do is have like a 4-staff, which I maybe expected him to have past Manta, but he has to play so cautiously that he didn't even finish the Mantas just yet.
And
Still
I guess
needs, like,
BKB.
Yeah, but then you're a Dusa with Manta BKB, good luck.
Oh, Devi. Spell Reflect. Or spell not connecting. I don't like that. I like that more, because now I don't have to fear everything being Lotus Orb reflected on me. I can just be like, let's see what sticks.
Sure. That's if the anti-mage doesn't pick the other facet, which...
Yeah, no,
honestly, yeah, I think you just always get this one. Because like you only want to pick anti-mage in a really good anti-mage game, and in general, that facet's going to be better in the really good anti-mage game.
Yeah, mostly. But there are some games where you like, oh, if I spell reflect, like you're up against Lich.
Sure.
You spell reflect that, Chain Frost. Oh, they're all dead. Or Lion Finger, or Spike. Even though Air Spike now works differently with the like targeting, target ground doesn't get reflected stuff. No, Devi does get caught. Blinks in the opposite direction actually, and we'll get the TP out to safety. Doesn't even die in the fountain. Throws out some voice lines. Toxic Belgian man.
Man, I can't help but feel like Ags actually would have been better on this Bristle. Because, like, the pipe doesn't save the Dusa, which is your win condition. I feel like you actually just need to be a bigger distraction than you already are. Like, I don't know, this pipe is so weird. Like, go Greaves if you want to go Aura. Like, at least you're giving mana to Dusa somehow. Oh, that Ember?
And PP mana drained. Mana Void is usable. Devi waits to use it so that he can interrupt the TP. And now PP is actually running away, but the bounces will be enough. Where... BMing right there. Devi dancing in front. I think Devi is a check mark. Okay, bad observer, bad. I think Devi has played a little bit too much South American Dota. It's rubbing off on him in a bad way.
I mean, he's with these guys every day, and us being with these guys, they are definitely cheeky, you know? They're definitely very cheeky.
Knight in trouble, taken down. C. Actually, there are two. I don't know, what language are they speaking with the team?
Many languages, as far as I heard.
The what?
Many languages, but I think mostly, like, they speak English in between themselves, but they speak Spanish to partner. I think that's how it works.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that I understand. Jump in onto the Shadow Fiend, take him down.
Speaking of Parker, I wonder what he's saying in Spanish right now.
Yeah, I know a couple of words that he probably is saying right now that I will not repeat on stream.
Probably talking about someone's madre. I don't know.
You're a very lovely lady.
Very guapa madre. As the vice still for something. Deuce is not in this fight. They find the SD.
SD in trouble, both the supports. Avai just jumps in, mana is drained. They get themselves 2 kills. FCR is going to get rooted up. Held in place. Analog just trying to block him so he can push him into the sharpshooter. Break comes through. I mean, Parker's not there yet. So they need the Vailama to deal the damage. And they will find the kill. You know, I've seen a lot of Bristles go for that. Offlane Bristles go for the Snot Rocket Facet. But in a situation like that, it's like you'd probably kill them all with the Krill Spray spam from Bristleback.
Yeah, I guess I know what they're trying to do, right? You have Ember Dusa, you have this like spread physical, you want to amplify that. It looks like the plan here for FCR was to be a bit more sacrificial, which honestly I don't hate. I feel like he can be too greedy sometimes. But for this game, I don't know. Like honestly, I don't think there was nothing they could have done once the anti-mage was picked. Like they just needed to lose the lane so badly on Heroic, which you shouldn't expect. As we said, they are the highest MMR, but like a pretty big margin in this whole qualifiers. So they should have just banned anti-mage. I don't know why it would ban, like, what was the bans? Mars and something else. I think it was, I don't remember the other one. But regardless, I don't think you can justify banning anything but this anti-mage.
Yeah, if you have Dusa, you need to ban Anti-Mage. In
Yeah, it's just
every possible situation.
Yeah. Like Mars, annoying, sure, but is he gonna be more annoying in a good anti-mage game? Never. Like the best Mars possible is not gonna be as annoying as an anti-mage. And you should expect the best from Heroic. Sure, they had their hiccups recently, but they're still a very good team.
Yeah, they're definitely a very solid team. I mean, they did win a very good tournament recently. I mean, there was a little bit skewed in that tournament because half the teams didn't show up and the other ones were missing players, but they still won it.
Falcons were
So
not
that's
missing players.
Okay, only Falcons. Falcons was the only team that was like full
They didn't have BO5.
full roster.
So
Yeah, I'm not saying that it, you know, they played really well, but it's also not like every team was there at full strength.
yeah, I agree. I agree. Especially after TI, you know, everyone's a bit tired and they're all much.
Everyone was like, want to break, let's chill.
I agree.
Like, it was also, what, qualifiers before TI, then immediately after TI you have the tournament, like... And it was by PGL as well, so that makes even less sense. Like,
Very true.
half the team split after TI. Yeah, even at the TI after party, it was like, okay, those guys are pissed off, those guys are, they're gone, okay, that's going, okay, nope. Not. Honestly, didn't really enjoy the after party.
Oh,
It was,
were you
everyone
there?
was doing... Yeah, I was there. Everyone was just doing business. I was there with
I see.
Fish.
Oh, love fish.
It was pretty cool
Don't
to
tell
see
him
all
that,
the
though.
casters.
Don't tell me.
Oh no, I'll never tell him that you love him. I actually spent the entire TI with Fish.
That's a really no. Looks like they are trying to sniper here. That is, oh, they're baiting that illusion.
Oh, baited! Yeah, got him. We're only 26k behind.
5 gets used though. That has to count for something.
Parker just spamming the entire time. Has a Satanic, needs some creeps to farm to gain max HP. He's got it back. He continues to push.
Oh, look at that horse rack.
That is such a huge catch. Oh my god, Schofield. You know,
Yeah, that was glorious. That was beautiful.
Heroic's just good. They're really good.
Yeah, at their best, they're definitely very good. We'll see if they're going to be able to keep it up because sure, Infinity is one of the teams they're going to have to face with this lower bracket. Right? It's all in Costa Bile right now.
Okay, that's a lot of pressure on him. Quickly send him a text. It's all on you, my guy. Totally not FCR who can just play carry from the offlane. Because this is not really a game that you want to go for pipe on TB. As it does nothing.
Yeah, probably what? Crimson or Greaves. Both kind of feel bad. You just go full carry?
You just go full. I think you go full carry here. You just go, Manta, try to get a fast Scotty, so that you have the healing reduction against Timbersaw and Doom, and well, even Magnus for that part. And also against the Nog. I think you just play 2 carries from the side and playmaking with the 2 supports plus the Earth Spirit, and you see if you can outfarm. Because it's not like this game goes late and then Heroic have an amazing team for late game. Like, they're okay at best.
Oh, wait.
Because I don't really know how good is Magnus in late game, like as a carry.
He is fine. He's definitely good, right? Universal hero. If you get the right talents, you do a lot of damage. You can get like a refresher, just double BKB, double blink, double RP, sort of stuff. The hero is solid. It's just kinda not popular right now, just like Lina. I feel like it's very similar in that sense. I feel like both heroes are good late game, are not necessarily good dispatch. As double LSA from Costabile here in Schofield. I think it's gonna be smashed down. Another one. Oh!
Oh, nice first
all
blood
Costabile.
secured. That is pretty well done for that first blood. Also, Elder Titan he's got power boots of speed at the start, and that line is just dead. Pretty much every single time. FCR dropping very low there, skewered underneath the tower top lane, and almost taken down. Yeah, he got skewered and then, well, ensnared, reeled in, then skewered in the tower. And in response, KJ will die, because I don't know what he was doing there.
I think the Magnus pick has a lot to do with, a lot of the carries were banned, but it's also a hero that can punish the Terrorblade a lot, right? Kind of weird melee hero with no stun. You can just keep dragging people under tower, and I think that's what they're trying to do, even with the level 1 Snare here. But they're not going to kill Knight.
Now, if this was pure, instead of Parker, we'd have Pudge safe lane, 100%. With the reel in, easy.
Sure, would be a really good Pudge game, I think.
I don't know if it would be pretty okay.
Honestly, Pudge carry for Infinity would be great too, right? Because you can tank a lot of the Doom damage for passive, and you can shard people that get Doomed and save them. Kind of surprised I didn't think about that.
Yeah, the Doom is just the big problem there. If he dooms you when you have your decay on, it's over. You're just dead.
Yeah, it's a tanky hero at least, and if you can press your E, it's good, kind of like Ursa. But I think the cast point of E is instant, whereas Ursa does have a little bit more of cast time.
There's always a
The new
hero that
name
you can
of
think
the
of
Pudge
later.
is passive. I always forget the new name. It's like it's not
what,
Flash Heap, it's something
yeah,
else.
it's because Flash Heap turned into his innate stuff. I don't
Yeah.
actually even know what it does now. Is it just the?
I think it's just the strength gain, right?
Yeah. Okay.
It's called Meat Shield.
Oh yeah. Sure. Flash Heap, Meat Shield, close enough. Same story.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the idea that they went for, because they have a Naga, so they want to reel in and skewer you underneath the tower. But if you don't get kills with it, then the value of it just falters massively.
Yeah, the Magnus will still get free farm, I think. It's just that Naga, when you don't get those lane kills, it takes a while for the hero to really come online, right? Here's really good in the first few minutes, and then if you don't have any setup for the snare, it feels a bit weird.
Yeah, bottom lane, they do manage to get a kill onto No 5. Top side, they're fighting underneath the tower a little bit again, but Knight is doing a lot of damage, and FCR just, with the level 2 reflection, constantly spamming it out, making sure that the Magnus is really struggling here. Not in terms of last hits, but Needs to be careful that he doesn't get taken down. Skewer underneath the tower comes out. Shotgun blast. FCR Parker. This might have been a mistake. There's the cookie for it. Gets the kill. FCR is going to get reeled right back in, but Knight is going to tank the tower for the time being, and they'll be able to walk away. Yeah, Parker drags him underneath the tower just to straight up die to him. That's not fantastic. Oh, push back. PP is still doing a pretty good job in mid, considering it's a counter. Oh, King Jungle's KJ. Nice skewer. Is it going to be enough? FCR dropping low, dropping dead. So Parker will get a kill in response.
Okay. Not too shabby. Mid lane, as you said, pretty good for Analog. We saw this matchup today, actually, but the Airspeed did win, so Analog actually showing that this matchup can go both ways.
Bottom lane, no 5 Elder Titans going to be hunted by Divine Schofield. And the kill gets secured. And yeah, Costa Bile out of mana, so has to be a little bit careful. Heroic, though, still doing great, because Analog's just going to be in a fantastic position regardless.
Yeah, I mean, it is a hero that doesn't get to play as aggressive, right? You can punish aggression on their tower, but don't get to gank as well as the Air Spirit. So I'm curious to see how they're going to play around that, if they're going to try and collapse onto Analog's lane, or if they're fine, like with aggression from the Air Spirit. As long as Analog has a TP, they will be able to deal with it.
Yeah, Analog's getting full free farm time right now. KJ has taken the gateway bottom, so they're kind of looking to maybe go on to Costa Bile here. As KJ is slithering right behind the creeps, but Costa Bile gets underneath tower range. No 5. Gonna get reeled right back in. The loving embrace. Schofield has the stun, throws it out, kills off the Elder Titan. TP in from Knight, go for Schofield. And Knight just does so much damage with the Scatter Blast.
Yeah, I was like, Costa Bile has no mana, but it doesn't matter. It was still doing a lot of damage. Has 3 points in the Fire Soul.
PP being reeled in. Actually, Analog's out of mana now. Analog's the one in a little bit of trouble here. Needs to be careful. There is no Magnetize leveled by PP. He skipped it actually, so Analog will be fine. He actually had an illusion rune anyway, so it would have been the biggest problem.
I was gonna say, yeah, the Naga has mirror image, but right now King Jungles has no points of that. Very interesting skills overall. As PP
underneath the tower. Can he get the kill onto Analog? He's dropping low. Analog is dead. King Jungles is the next target. He has no spells left. Cookie Sun lands, and KJ is just slowly but surely going to drop dead. Illusions will just be extra money for PP, who gets a double kill there. And yeah, that was really well done by PP, first of all, but a bit of a strange one coming out from Analog, chasing forever.
Yeah, I think he underestimated the damage. That full board damage, Night Soldier level 5. I know, did he get the Wisdom Rune, but the damage that the full bore Scatter Blast is doing is insane. And, oh, that's that PP in the lane.
They do get a response there. Divine Llama is going to be chased. The Stomp's not going to connect. Just misses the target. Cookie as well. Ooh. Dodge, and we've has the Doom, so you got to be careful that you don't over-commit. Speaking of which, the ET is in turmoil, and he is dead. He can't suicide because there is no Roche in that area, and will just die.
Okay. Divine Llama on a killing spree. Pretty... I don't know, you look at this Lina, you expect the Lina to dominate the lane, but it's not necessarily what's happening. CS-wise, it's even, but Q-wise, Doom's just having a hell of a time, and that's with the first blood being given to Infinity in that lane. It's like the best case scenario.
FCR, though, is getting good farm, and he is going for the Yasha, so it is just going to be, it seems, carry TB from the off lane. It's FCR, you know, he's pretty used to playing carry, so you're going to have to, if they focus too much on the Lina, you might have to deal with an extra core this game.
Okay. Now a little bit of a smoke through here from Heroic, looking for FCR, but PP is infamous and he's going to break it all. Oh, they found him.
And yeah, PP underneath the sentry ward. Can he get
Thunder!
away? Thunder from FCR will immediately lose his life though, because Analog just chops it down with the max level whirling death. PP, can he get away? No, he cannot. Laguna Blade onto Analog. Is it going to be enough
No
damage? He
damage.
jumps out of there, and Analog escapes without losing his life. Oh, I mean, I like that FCR went for that save, but
Yeah.
the rest of the team needed to be there faster to be able to make that worthwhile.
Oh man, feels bad. BP dying twice in a row. He was having a really good game, and now he's 2-2. His CS is pretty low. His Timbersaw is starting to get up, but that's a full Kaya, I think. Analog sending. Holy shit! 9-minute Kaya.
Yeah, that's Timbersaw. Gonna deal even more damage going forward, getting all those levels to max. And FCR is now actually farming in the bottom side of the map, with Costabile going for the jungle farm. PP will not be able to grab any room because it's a nice bottled regen for Analog. And net worth wise, it's still very even in the game at the moment. Ooh, drag onto the high ground by King Jungles. Will they be able to use the damage from Analog? Finger comes out and Analog gets the kill with the finger kill. Stack added in for Schofield. They're doing a very good job right now in Heroic, even though the earlier part of the game was a bit rougher.
Yeah, Parker. It's huge right now. Second in net worth, just surpassed by Analog. He is sending. What is this? Oh, that's a Mask of Madness. All right, are we in 2013?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah. It's a hero that does have at least innate battle fury, so having attack speed is always going to be a plus. So if they get this kill, that would be huge. PP spots him out. Parker.
Oh, he gets his skewer off.
Not going to connect. The RP does connect, and in response, PP is taking a heap of damage. Throws out the Magnetize, but the Magnus, is he going to stay alive? Yes, he has. The Magnetize is not going to be enough. It doesn't extend. And another situation of they get a pretty good possible catch, but it's only Knight in the area to help out. Oh, FCR needs to be careful. He wants to find a good Sunder target, but they're definitely not going to give it to him.
Alright, they will disengage. Very unfortunate. Heroic just clutching some of those fights out. Really good armlet thread switching from the Magnus in that fight. Also, that's a fight with Davai Lama never showing to it. It's just chilling bottom, Midasing creeps, getting a tower for free. Definitely not ideal here for Infinity.
Yeah, they're spending a lot of effort on taking these fights. Costabile is closing in on his Maelstrom. That will be his farming tool. Yeah, you're up against, obviously, like, Analog had very much a free mid. Parker has a free Battle Fury, and Devi has the Dynamitis plus the Devour.
FCR.
So they're going to be in a really good spot. Jump in onto Knight. Really solid target. FCR wants to chase after Schofield. Misses his reflection there. Gets doomed up, dragged back, taken down. And Analog, he's already 2 pieces into it, Zags. They don't have a way to dispel it. They're not going to build a Nullifier anytime soon, or a Yule Scepter on any of these heroes, really.
It's going to be so tanky. He already has a lot of tankiness. The raw HP with the armor. This is not looking good for Infinity. I mean, it was a 1k goal lead like 2 minutes ago. And then they had several bad fights in a row. They tried to go high ground. But there was not enough numbers there covering the TB.
And now it's 6k net worth lead, as you mentioned. Infinity, it's starting to just fall down completely. All that advantage Knight had at the start, the damage he dealt, meant nothing. Because they are very tanky on the Tricore. Like, yes, it's not a strength hero anymore, the Magnus, but universal. But he still builds very tanky items regardless. He's got 1900 HP.
gonna have a full Manta, which will dispel the Vessel we're trying to build here. PP was having such a good game, and he's yet to finish a Vessel, minute 14. This is like support, timing, and he still didn't finish it up. The DT is not level 6, bro. He's gonna get it now with the Wisdom Ring.
Big oof. That's
Crazy how they got first blood at that ET and they still didn't manage to do well against Doom. Doom is such a weird hero. Like, just not supposed to be strong, but it is.
oh, Parker and Schofield
Costa
looking for
Bill.
Costa Bill. Nice stun from Schofield. Did he just snipe him with the stun from Fog?
No, they did get vision. As they find Mr. Parker, he's gonna die.
Parker taken down. That's actually a very big kill. Probably a.
Ooh.
If they got the second,
So
I mean,
close.
still think it's worth it.
Of
Taking down
course.
Parker there.
Oh, definitely. They do lose Costa Bill, but this is gonna be the month. No, that's the Yasha for FCR. Never mind. But at least they need FCR to become a carry, right? Considering how things are, you need this to drag along very, very much, which it might. Magnus is not the best high ground hero unless you get kills. And they have a lot of shenanigans here to clear waves and stop Heroic from actually getting towers.
KJ walking very far forward, but Analog is nearby. They will lose KJ. Their splitter was dodge. Analog just no fear whatsoever. He's getting the Ags delivered right now on the Timber Saw, and then during the Ags, he just can't die. Knight. God,
Holy
that
shit.
damage. They
Yeah,
will find
so many
Schofield on
trees.
the side at least, but now that Analog has the Ags, Device still has the Doom available as well. There's an RP on the Magnus. They've got everything if these cores want to take a fight. Metamorphosis is running, so they might just wait it out and then go afterwards.
Yeah, I think they don't even need to fight, right? Parker wants to finish his Manta. Like, this is the type of game where... This is a weird game, because I don't think Heroic wants to end too early, because the heroes are not built for it. But at the same time, if this goes too late, Infinity actually gets pretty happy as it develops. If you look at the win probability, still a healthy 31% considering the goal lead, which goes to show that it really understands how high of a ceiling Infinity has.
Yeah, it's still reasonably in touching distance. One bad fight and that net worth advantage is gone. I don't really see the one bad fight working unless you get like a really big ET stomp into Earth Splitter combo. Just, you would need to kill KJ at the start of the fight though. That's the one big downside. Oh, jump in. ET spotted. And Schofield's getting so many great catches on the line.
Yeah. Oh, they find Costa Bill with a skewer back. This is not good.
He hit the LSA, so it delays a little bit, but the RP makes sure that Costa Bill will not be able to run away. The route onto PP. The stun as well. Hex comes up on top. And a monster kill streak there for Analog. They're just running them down. FCR trying to get some farms, splitting the map open as much as possible, maybe even being able to put some pressure on the tier 1. But like, he can only farm with the illusions because he's too afraid of what can come his way.
Yeah. It just becomes like, even though he is scaling in a way, it also means that he's draining so much from his own team. This Lina, like, imagine if she actually had a full Gleipnir for that fight, maybe actually lock down the Magnus to survive. It's problematic, but it is what it is. They
Oh,
just need
PP. He just TP'd top. Gets hexed up. Doom thrown out. Taken down. Knight's gonna cancel the TP. PP just respawns. TP's in. Dies immediately. And that's feels like that's the way the game continues. FCR looking to Sunder. Doesn't hit the correct one. He hits an illusion. But in response, Song of the Siren comes out to her splitter as well. King Jungle's on the run. There is a stomp. Try and hold him in place, but King Jungles dodges the stomp. And we'll be able to walk it off. In comes Analog. FCR doesn't have the Sunder right now, and he needs to get himself out of there, but chopped down by Analog from range with this twisted chakram. Looking for more. Knight's going to get rooted up. Held in place. The Magnus charging forward of Parker. He wants some kills. And he wants some blood. And Knight is going to actually be picked up by Analog in the meantime. Schofield.
Yeah.
They want to go deeper.
Timber is a pretty good hero in the right hands, it looks like.
Yeah, if they have 0 counters to the hero, it's pretty good.
By the way, check Parker's damage when he walks close to the Vi, because he has Spec Leader's aura. So his damage is 410, I mean a 19.
Yeah, that's with the back leader's aura. That's pretty okay, pretty reasonable
So
for a 19-minute game. 400
Sacred
right click damage.
Relic for free.
I do like the fact that, I mean, obviously the center stomp is like the most amazing one, but it's pretty cool. The back leader's aura. Oh,
Yeah,
okay, Jay is going to get spotted. Doesn't have a Song of the Sign this time around. They're going to go for Parker. Laguna connects, but they need more to kill off Parker. He's going to get the RP onto both of them, and they cleave so nicely. Kill secured. Dodges this Earth Splitter. They lose 2 to Parker. And now PP's out of mana. He does have the magic wand. Can he roll himself out of there? No, gets interrupted in the middle of his roll by Devi. 3 kills. And they're just having fun.
yeah, there's like glimpses of good plays from Infinity, but Heroic's just playing at the level we expect. Like, this is the Heroic that we thought was going to show up yesterday, and they're definitely showing up here against Infinity.
Yeah, this is a show up and then some. They're not gonna get dropped down just out of the tournament just yet. Obviously, it's still a long road from the lower bracket to make it to that final spot. To duel against either the lineup of Fusion or Beast Coast. Yep.
And we're gonna get the next match. We're gonna get that match, and also potentially Heroic and Waska. Waska did win game 1, and Heroic, at least so far, on track to take this one.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of, they have to get this one at this stage. It would be remarkable if the upset happens, but they're also not, like, Infinity doesn't have big counter heroes for the opponent. It's not like you've got you've got a pretty solid late game, but you don't have the most amazing late game.
Problem is that this Timbersaw is so absolutely gigantic. Like, how do you kill Analog? He's 11-1. He has Blink X, Kaya Sanj.
Yeah, he's really, really hard to kill. They lose FCR, gets doomed up in the process. No 5 is going to get taken down a second, and Costabile Laguna Blade on Schofield. Maybe he can get that kill. Nope, not a kill to be gained here. King Jungles. Okay, the GG gets called. They know there's no recovery here, and Infinity is eliminated in, I mean, both games. Very straightforward. It almost looked easy for Heroic.
Yeah, I mean, don't really... There's not that much to say. I think this was a better draft from